going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chucky, I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a great night so far. Happy Saturday. I've got a very special guest joining us tonight, so I hope you guys are ready for Gavin. What's up, Gavin?
Hey, how's it going?
How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good. Life's been it's been moving slow, but
well, at least you've been able to take a few deep breaths over the last couple of weeks. That's good, right?
that's been very nice, very needed. It's been a lot of
Good.
Not knowing when the court's gonna come. So
yeah, one more court date. Hopefully that's your last one.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's your last one. I mean, it's all on Haley's shoulders now. So, do you have to appear for that? Did they say that you had to appear for that?
I believe so. I haven't heard anything whether I shouldn't be there or not. I think I'll be there. It'll be either in person or Zoom. We'll see, because I do live far from Ann Arbor now.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't see a reason why you would have to be there in person. I mean, just email the court. Just same way you did last time. Just ask permission to do Zoom. Awesome. But for those of you that don't know, Gavin was on the lease with Haley, which is a long story in itself. How he wound up on the lease. He's laughing. We can laugh about it now. But apparently he's not a reader, and he signed a lease without knowing he was signing a lease. But at the end of the day, we raised enough money to essentially buy out her lease, which is awesome. So, yeah, you dodged a bullet, and that you didn't even know was coming for you, which is awesome.
Yeah, no, I'm so thankful for everyone who donated as well, because it really helped all of us out big time.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was absolutely awesome how the community came together, and and you guys have been so humble as well. You hasn't gone to your heads. I mean, you're on tonight. It kind of shows who you are. You could have very easily just ignored me and be like, I don't need to talk to that guy.
Right.
I mean, I am a weirdo, so I would understand if you would have been like, nah.
You're not weird.
I am, but I appreciate that. Anyways, so kind of the main reason we're having Gavin on. Sorry, my headphone keeps sliding out of my ear. I keep messing with it. The main reason why we're having Gavin on tonight is we decided as a group this past Monday that we were going to do something for Andrea for all of her hard work in helping Haley out over the last, essentially 2 years. So we started raising money. Now, there was a conversation if we were going to do something for her or just send her the money. And after talking to a few people behind a few of my mods and Heather, we're just going to send her the money. I think that's the best and safest way to do it. Therefore, and then she can just use it for whatever she wants. If she wants to spoil herself, she can spoil herself. If she wants to use it for something else, whatever. So that's what we're going to do. So we're just kind of trying to raise money for Andrea. Right now, we are slightly over $500, or a little bit more than slightly over. We're just under $600, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So I will be sending that to her probably on Tuesday, and we're not telling her we're doing this. So hopefully she's not watching.
She might be.
Yeah. No, hopefully she's not. Does she know that you're on the stream tonight?
Yeah, we didn't talk about it today, but I told her a couple days ago, so she could have forgot, but I don't think she's the type to forget about that.
Well, if she is watching, please don't chat so we can at least pretend it's a surprise. So so it's awesome. We've been raising money. So if anybody wants to donate to the Thank You Andrea Fund, I would prefer a super chat, not a super chat, a Venmo, a PayPal, or a Cash App. It's because it's easier for me to send it. If you want a super chat, that's fine. That's another reason why I'm waiting for Tuesday. So when YouTube pays me out, I'll be able to send it to her. So I will be sending it hopefully Tuesday, probably Wednesday at the latest. You never know when YouTube is going to pay out the creators. It's a big window. It's about a 1 week window. All right. talk about YouTube and payment. So yeah, thank you, Jedi. Let me pin that. I'm gonna pin Jedi's comment. No, I must put you in timeout, Jedi. All right. So, what I was gonna do is, sit here and kind of drill Gavin's mind a little bit. But I feel like we all know Haley's story. So it's not really a lot to say, more than what we already did. You were on a lease that you didn't know it, and now you're off it. Everything is on the up and up. Haley's next court date is November 1st. I guess Haley and your court date's November 1st.
Right.
So we'll all be watching. So yeah, nobody pushed it, Heather. All right. So instead of just, doing an hour-long interview, since, I don't know what we would talk about after about 10 minutes, we're just going to watch some court. So we're going to watch some court with Gavin. We're going to show him what we do, so he can experience that with us. And if you guys have any questions, I'll try to pay attention. Now, if you guys do have questions, just make sure you type questions. Started with question. If you want to do all caps, just so I can see it, because there's a chance I'm going to miss it. So yeah, all right. You ready? You ready to watch some court?
I'm ready.
All right. Yeah, let's go.
Court does call the case of the people versus Nikita Franklin.
Now, before we get started, I did put a video that's all Judge Simpson together. Since Gavin knows Judge Simpson personally now, I thought it'd be funny not funny, but I thought it'd be, cool to just show him Judge Simpson in action when he's not standing in front of him. So every clip is Judge Simpson.
Sir. Nope. Good morning. No counsel.
Mr. Franklin, please state your name.
Nikita Franklin.
Teresa Blair on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Franklin is before the court.
Okay, that's my girlfriend, so I'll pause it for her question. So can you see that, or do you want me to read it to you? Oh, you're on a phone, so it might be small to you.
Yeah.
I can read it to you. Okay. How do you feel about a bunch of weirdos on the internet knowing who you are?
I mean, I was uncomfortable at first, but I mean, as I do this now, it feels all right.
Oh, good.
I'm interested in how everything's gonna go. So
there we go. Good answer. Thank you, Heather, for the question. All right. Sorry, I got lost in the chat.
For a violation of probation. Mr. Franklin, Your Honor, has gotten everything done, excepting he still has a balance on his fines. He has maxed his probation term with this court. I can update the court. Mr. Franklin did make $120 payment today.
Okay.
So his new ending balance is $540. Since Mr. Franklin has been on probation, he has made a lot of big improvements. Given that he did complete the MRT program, he did stay in communication with me throughout all of the 2 years that he's been on. He's also, he attended WCC last year for 1 semester, starting the HVAC program. That he did complete it and pass. However, that was really stressful for him, so he's not pursuing it right now. He is working. I know, that's what I said to him as well. But given all of that, and that it's the remaining monies that probation is asking to discharge Mr. Franklin from probation with improvement, that the court set forth a payment plan for him to pay the balance. Given that he paid $120 today, I'm asking that he make another $100 payment by the end of the month, then $220 per month, with the court review hearing on December 17th, 2024 at 1 p.m. for that docket to verify that he followed through with the payment plan set by the court.
All right. Mr. Franklin, anything you want to say?
It's just been a journey for me. It's been chaotic, but I just feel like when I was younger, I couldn't comply with probation, but it's getting better for me, and I don't want to do this no more, but that's about it.
Okay. So why aren't you pursuing HVAC? You went to school, you did all of it, you passed it, got.
Yes, it was so much with like, because you got to take like a welding class, and it's like, it was so much. I just, I think I would pursue it like after, I got the election and everything, see what's going on, and everything like that. I'm just trying to prepare myself and my children as well, sir, you know.
Sounds like excuses. Didn't it? It did.
Hey, school is really like, I don't know. I don't know if school is for me, like with the homework and it's so much. I would rather.
Here's the thing. I'm listening to you and I teach, so I hear you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But I think part of what's going through your head is you got yourself in this thing, don't know if that's for you. And so in this certain respect, that becomes overwhelming.
Yes, sir.
And then the other thing is that while you're there, you've seen other things that you hadn't seen before and seen other students that are doing things that you hadn't seen before.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So now you're trying to figure it out and all those things are flying around in your head. And the problem is if you don't do something, you'll do nothing.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So you're young. Get yourself back in school. Explore all of the things there. Something will ultimately hit you.
Yes, sir.
And then if you're lucky, and most people are in this respect, you'll find it, you'll love it, and that's what you'll do. And it may be something you never even thought that you would do. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
You can do it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, sir.
I'll discharge the defendant from probation with improvement. You paid the $120. When can you pay the next $100?
I get paid again October 18th.
October 18th?
And then so on and so forth. I'm just like every 2 weeks, it's like a bi-weekly paid job.
Okay.
So I'm just jot it off.
Gotcha. So you can pay the 100 by the 18th, you think? Or
yes, I can. I can pay
okay.
100 by the 18th, sir.
So pay the 100 by the 18th of October. And then what I'll do is I'll order. How many kids you have?
Honestly, sir.
Okay, let's start there.
I got 7 sons and 3 daughters. Seriously, it's been
10?
It's been a long road, sir. Seriously. That's why I get up every day, go to work, tired. I be in critical sometimes, critical condition, but I still
10?
10.
And 7 boys.
Yep, 7 boys and 3 daughters.
You know what? You're gonna figure it out. But I'm just gonna tell you this if you haven't figured it out yet. The sons, although there are 7, are gonna cost you less. All right. I'm just letting you know. Okay. Young man, are you gonna be able to do? Are you?
Child support.
I know.
It's just yes.
Are you gonna be able to do the $220 a month?
It's like,
I mean, realistically.
Like I owe $540, sir. Like I've been on probation for 2 years, and I haven't I don't know how I couldn't finish this balance. Like, sir, it took me 2 years to pay. I think I owe $1,050 or something, $1,050, and currently I owe $540, and I don't understand with life expenses and everything going on. I don't understand. But this is where I'm at today, $540. I really don't understand it, but I feel like I can. I feel like I can. I'm gonna I need to comply. I'm telling you, I'm gonna comply, so I'm gonna do it, sir. That's what I'm gonna do.
Nikita, asking you a question. Do you think 20 months? I'm asking you, what can you afford?
I feel like I can do it. Like, if you, like, I don't understand how I've been paying like so much. It's been going, you know,
With your child support, you can afford 220.
it's gonna put me in like debt until I get paid again. But, you know, like, kind of like, okay,
So what can you afford, Nikki?
that's like I don't know. I don't know. Like, life happens.
Listen,
Everything happens. Like, anything can happen. Like, I could get a call right now. Like, you know, it's like anything. You know, it's just I don't know. Like, where my money is placed is basically anywhere. It's in the air. With all
This guy's answering questions as well as Haley does. Just talking in circles, not answering it. I don't think he realized that they're trying to help him. They're saying, "How much can you afford?" Saying, "If you want to just make it $100, we'll do $100. You don't need to pay the $220." So what's going on? And he's up there lost, and he doesn't know. He doesn't understand what's going on right now.
Yeah. Kind of hard to watch.
Yeah. This happens a lot more than you think, though. That's why Judge Simpson's awesome. He'll walk them through it here in a second.
those children and like life expenses, my money is just in there. Like, seriously, sir. I don't know what I can afford. Seriously. And that's just being honest.
I know, and that's what I was trying to get you to say. Because
I apologize.
know,
I apologize.
no, you don't have to apologize. You just impressed me as the kind of guy that does what you got to do.
That's it.
And I appreciate that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you don't need to apologize. Somehow I can imagine trying to juggle with 10 kids. The reality is life is about you just do what you got to do.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, like
And so when anybody asks you the question, can you do it? It's hard for you to just say, maybe it's something else I got to do, because everything is kind of all over the place.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Am I wrong about any of that?
No, sir.
All right. So sometimes, Nikita, and I heard Miss Polera, she was just asking you, and sometimes you just got to say, I can't do this.
Seriously.
And that's okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay? I mean, sometimes you can't.
I can't. Seriously, it's so hard. Like, I don't. It's like a run-a-thon, but I'm not. It's not. I'm not.
You're not getting You're not getting anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not going nowhere. Nowhere, sir. I apologize, sir.
I don't think that that's entirely true, that you're not going anywhere. It just, for you, it feels like you're not going anywhere.
Yes, sir. I feel stagnant in one position.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you were told you had to pay the $220. To use the old phrase, kind of rob Peter, pay Paul, got the $120 up. But somewhere, you don't have to tell me, but somewhere that $120 was supposed to be someplace else. And now you're trying to figure out how I'm going to get that $120 or whatever it is to do what I got to do that I took that from.
Seriously, sir. Like, gas money for the week. And
I know.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right.
Yo, you just did that for me. I couldn't even. You just orchestrated that for me, sir. That's exactly. I just had to. Like, I was supposed to pay $220, and I had to ask for $120 just to, sir. You know what I'm saying? So that's amazing.
Nikita, you wanted to do the right thing, and I appreciate that.
I appreciate you, sir.
And you just, but I couldn't do it all. But I was going to show you, because I think you're a stand-up man.
I appreciate you, sir.
You just were going to do what I could. And so I can tell you what I can do. All right.
Mm.
So sometimes, Nikita, although you're scrambling around and you're doing that, sometimes that deserves some benefit.
I appreciate it.
Okay. So I'm discharging from probation with improvement. And you pay the $100 come your check on the 18th, your next check is November 1st, right?
Yes, sir.
So pay that $100. Don't do it until November 1st, because somehow or another you'll be scrambling trying to do whatever.
Okay.
Pay that $100 by November 1st, 2024. Here's what I'm going to do for you. But at some point you pay it forward, and maybe you can pay it forward with your kids. And because they're going to need something, you may not think they need it, but you just got to do it. And you just remember this day. You pay that $100 November 1st, and then I'm going to waive the rest of the balance. And then I don't need a review date.
That sounds amazing, sir. I appreciate you as well. Like, seriously.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I really appreciate you, sir.
You know what I should do?
Huh?
I should make you tell me the names of all 10 of those kids, but I know you're gonna get about 4 wrong. Go on. I got 2 and I can't keep them
Can I
straight.
tell them? I could tell them all of them. So I have Namarian, Ian, Naomi, Nico, Nasir, Navier. I got Noah, Namir, and I have a Naomi.
Hold it. I had 2 Namirs.
2 Namirs?
Yeah, you duplicated. No, go on. Go on, Nikita.
That's what it was.
Oh, okay. All right. You take care, young man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, right? Thank you.
Court calls the cases. The people were.
All right. Before we get back into it, Big In, thank you so much for the raid, bud. I appreciate it. Welcome to all the Big In Raiders. We have a special guest tonight. This is Gavin. Is it Wellesley?
Yeah.
Did I actually get it right?
Yeah, no, not a lot of people get it.
Nice. I've heard it a few times. I've heard you correct Judge Simpson a few times, actually.
Yeah.
So Gavin is Andrea's son. He was mixed up with the whole Haley case, and I asked him to come on tonight so we can get to know him a little bit. Also, I am currently gathering money to say a giant thank you to his mom, Andrea. So I just brought him on to let him in on what we're doing. Speaking of which, I haven't checked. I've got everything muted. Oh, nice. We got 2. Katie, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is awesome. And Peggy, thank you so much. So Peggy and Katie, thank you. You are both very generous. Thank you so much. That is awesome. So yeah, we're going to be surprising her, and yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to tell you guys how she reacts to it, because I'm not telling her we're doing this. I'm just going to send her a Venmo and wait to see how she reacts. But yeah, Gavin, now that we just had a giant influx of people, let's talk about you for a minute. What are you in school right now?
Currently, no. I'm taking a little break because over the summer, I was working a hard working job at Alpine events, and I set up like tents for events, like huge events. We worked mainly through U of M, so we had a lot of work. But over the whole summer, I was just saving up money. I plan on going back to school, but I lost my father recently, so kind of just in this court case.
Yeah.
Just trying to process everything, kind of taking it one step to another. But
that is understandable. Also, yeah, I started this because I meant to bring it up at the break. So Heather just said our condolences for the loss of your father. So yeah, this happened in the midst of all of this. So we've all hold on.
Very good.
Yeah, sorry about that. No, we've all seen. I'm just going to keep my video off for a second. We've all seen you go through this and how you've handled yourself, and I'm impressed with how you've handled yourself. You've been awesome. Just everything that's going on. You're there. You go ahead. I'm sorry, I was interrupting you.
Oh no, you're good. I'm just trying to stay professional, and first time in court, so I don't want to mess up.
I understand.
I'm like, oh.
I understand. Let's see. We had another question I wanted to ask. This was just a comment. Sending Gavin hugs for his loss. Yeah. So people are commenting on the loss of your father. Yeah, that's heartbreaking, and I'm sorry that you're going through that right now. For all the membership milestones, I'll get to you guys at the end. I know we don't have Gavin for the entire stream. He's expecting a guest soon, so we might not have him for very much longer.
I can go maybe till 8:40.
Okay, so we have him for 15 more minutes. So if anybody has any questions for Gavin, how How do you feel? How do you feel to have such a badass mom?
Oh, it's
There's a-
awesome. She's a very caring mom, and it has its perks. That's for sure. She's awesome.
Awesome. Of course, someone would point that out. You got to meet Mr. Allen. Well, I don't know if you actually met him, but you saw him in person.
I did.
So, Judge Simpson's bailiff, we call the Buff Lift. He's got his own following on YouTube. Everyone loves Mr. Allen.
Really?
So yeah, so you have to see how tall he was in person. It's like anyone that's taller than me, I'm like, holy shit, that guy's tall.
I think when I went in person, it wasn't him.
Oh, it
We
was.
went
It
in
was.
on Monday. Different.
It was. He had the female bailiff that day.
Yeah. So I
Oh,
never-
yep. So you didn't get to see him.
No.
Yeah. Now you're gonna have to go in person on the first just so you can see him. No, you don't have to do that.
We'll
You
see about that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Any other questions? Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. Let's watch one more before you have to get out, just to see. So how do you like this? How do you like us watching court?
I like
Interested,
it.
or you're just like, this is boring?
No, I like it. I mean, I've been, as the months have gone by of me looking into all this court stuff, I've been getting into it a little bit more. Find it more entertaining.
Nice. Yeah, we're that's why I call us all weirdos, because we watch court for entertainment.
No, I kind of like this. This is fun.
All right, let's watch one more.
This is Eric Rebulian.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Vermeulen, who stands to my right. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Eric Anthony Vermeulen. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Where are we on this?
Thank you, Your Honor. Today's the date and time set for sentencing on both matters. We have reviewed the PSIR and we have no material changes or corrections. And we would ask to adopt or to address the recommendation briefly when appropriate.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. We have reviewed the recommendation to understand it, as well as the probation recommendation. We are asking that the court, considering sentencing Mr. Vermeulen to 68 days on each case, credit 68 served, or in the alternate 93 days, credit for 68 and the balance to be suspended. As Your Honor is very aware of Mr. Vermeulen, as well as these cases, and he has been in custody for some time. He does have some housing instability at this time. I have been able to talk to some of his relatives. At this point, it is not a guarantee whether or not he will be able to stay with them. Yesterday, I was able to talk to another family friend of his who may be able to actually take him in. However, at this point, it looks like Mr. Vermeulen would be staying in a shelter, and he does have concerns. We talked in great length about the recommendation. He doesn't want to violate probation. He has no, I guess I should say, issue with attending MRT, but he had thought out how he has a bike, how he might have to take it in the winter, where he would have to be riding his bike the way over here, and he might miss a class, and then of course he would be in violation status of his probation. He is not very much, we had a long conversation about this, me and Mr. Vermeulen. I personally did not get the impression he was trying to avoid getting sentenced to probation. As Your Honor is aware, I have a lot of those conversations with people who don't want to do probation. Mr. Vermeulen really just is dealing with a lot right now. His long time in custody has made things worse, so to speak, and we're asking that the court consider sentencing him to time served or in the alternate suspended additional sentence.
Eric, anything you want to tell me?
You know, after the altercation with Brian, he apologized to me for what he did and took me up, bought me some cigarettes and a breeze pen and a pop. Then he had me arrested, and I lost my place and everything, and I didn't do nothing. I did run from the cops. I was scared. Wasn't even thinking about it, what I was doing. Can you please give me time to serve. I have an extreme amount of difficulty when I get out of here. Regrouping, getting me a place. I plan not to break the law. I did not with Brian. I didn't hurt the guy. The guy was very mean to me, but I needed a place to live. And this is what he did. All he had to do was ask me to leave. He did not have to do this to me. I'm very sad because now I'm going to be a bum in society. He made me lose everything. Now my self-respect. It's going to be very hard. I'm going to suffer quite a lot to get going. I'm going to try to do it. But the guy was very wrong in what he did. Very wrong. And I should not have run from the cops. I don't even know why I did. I just don't think I was mentally there. I just don't know what happened. I still don't know what happened. I just know I'm here, and I know I'm very lucky. I'm had people working with me to this point, trying to keep me out of jail. I don't belong in jail.
Your Honor, may counsel I approach?
Okay.
All right, I forgot to fast forward. Oh no, I ended it. Man, oh, I'm so sorry. I did that a couple nights ago too. I took that as the end. I'm so sorry, guys. There was a reason I brought this up. Go ahead. What's up, Gavin?
No, go ahead.
So Judge Simpson lets him out of jail. He does. He's like, okay, you can go out of jail, but he made him come back on the following Friday, which was his landlord-tenant docket, because his court liaison, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, Amy would be there. So he made him come back on Friday, and he was really, Judge didn't think he would see him again. But he actually came back. That was the Friday that we were in court with Haley and your mom. And he came in, and he looked extremely disheveled, and I forgot that was that guy. But he actually did come back, and Judge Simpson was so happy to see him when he actually got a minute to talk to him, and then he talked to Amy. So it was yeah. He let him out of jail, and then he followed through, came back, and he's trying to get his shit together, which is awesome. I hope he does. I really hope he does, because that was sad to watch.
Wow.
All right, we got some questions. Let's see. Lauren the Pet Lever. Gavin, the answer is probably obvious, but since you're now you've experienced both, which do you prefer, watching court or being a litigant in court?
Watching court is definitely my no pressure doing this.
Yeah. It's nerve-wracking being in front of a judge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine standing in front of that podium. I mean, you didn't have to look at Mr. Allen in the face, but yeah, when he says Mr. Allen and then he steps behind you, it means you're going to jail. I've got a few of those in this video, so I don't know if the next one's that. We'll probably get through one more before you have to go, so we'll quickly get to it. Question. Also, I'm tipsy. All right, but does Judge Simpson's court smell like mahogany because it looks like it does? It kind of does. It kind of has a wood smell.
I'd say so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. It might actually be the old church pews that make it smell like that. But I understand where you're coming from, because the way that his bench looks. Yeah, absolutely. But it definitely has a wood smell to it for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's Miss Ann. That's his court coordinator. That's the person who essentially runs his court for him, does all the admin work. Amy is the court liaison. She's the one who has connections with all the resources, and she got that guy into a stable, hopefully got him into a place to live. So, and I always want to call Amy Ann as well. That's why I had to sit there and struggle for a second to remember her name. All right, let's watch one more before you got to get out of here.
Okay.
Oh, I do have the rest of it. Why did I put the next?
No, sir.
I don't know why I put the next case divider in there. I'm an idiot. Sorry, guys.
All right. And here's what I'm gonna do. However long we've been dealing with each other. Right? And you always ask me for something.
All right, I've got a new thing that I do that I'm going to start playing. This is the first time I've done this, but I have like really small little clips that I'll play just when something happens. This is for every editing mistake. I'm going to play this now.
And back, please. And
Can I see Colin in back? That means I'm in trouble.
and I always tell you no, and we do it my way, right?
Yes, sir.
That's just how we work. So here's what I'm gonna do. You're gonna be able to get yourself out. What I'm worried about more than anything with you, Eric, is that you find housing. I'm really, just listen to me. I'm worried about that. Because if you recall, 2 of the previous cases that you had with me really result from you not being housed because you were trying to survive. I mean, and I get it. But I think if you can get yourself housed, or at least give a shot at getting yourself housed, then I think things can look a little bit better for you.
I have no choice. I have to do something. My plan is to get ready as soon as I get out of here. I'm going past McDonald's. I'm putting in an app right away.
Okay.
And I'm going to go up there every day and pound their head until I get a job. And I'm going to make some money and I'm going to put it down on a room or something. I'll get me a place.
Okay.
I've already took care of myself.
Okay. So here's what has to happen. You're going to get out, but I want you to come back to court on Friday so that you can talk to a Friday afternoon so that you can talk with someone. That's when I have my housing docket. And I want you to talk with someone just to give you resources and places that you can don't. Eric, what did I just tell you?
Yeah, sure.
And you're going to start talking.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to tell you we're going to do it my way. Right?
No, yeah, I was just saying I did talk to somebody while I was in jail concerning this.
I know. Who was that?
They were 2 ladies from. Yeah, right. I got you.
Yeah. So Friday afternoon, you're going to come down here. We'll know that you're here, and then I'm going to have you talk with somebody and let them get some information, get you resources. Okay?
Sounds okay. Good. Yeah. What time?
If you don't show up,
Oh no, I'm gonna
have to go out and find you, and you don't want me doing that.
You'll find me quickly.
Yes, I will.
I'm not planning. I've been in this area. You'll find me.
Okay.
I'll show up.
So here's what we'll do, Eric. And I'm going to follow these recommendations because, Eric, the other thing is you got people here that when you run into a difficulty, you can rely on. Sometimes when you're out there by yourself, you're not making the best decisions. Okay. So when things come across and you got to try to figure out what to do, you can give us a call. Okay.
I think I had mentioned that to Teresa, that it's good to have someone on your side. That could
And that's why I'm not just sentencing you to time served. Yes, it is a good thing sometimes. And it's something you need, particularly right now. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So on the case ending in 1064, sentence of the court, 18 months probation, $555 fines and costs payable as directed by probation.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, one more thing. Is there anything on them fines? Like I worked 356 hours for the jail. Is there anything you can do on the fines? I worked hard up in that kitchen, scrubbing and cleaning and scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing. Can you do anything on the fines? just so I could get some money going. I'm gonna need a lot of money to get going. I don't have any clothes. I have nothing.
Eric, you've been dealing with me how many years? Been over a decade.
You know,
When it comes down to you surviving or being out there and the money that you owe the court, which have I really cared about?
taking care of business.
You taking care of business. All right. You're going to work with probation. We'll realize where you are financially. We'll deal with it. Got it?
Got it.
I'm going to, on that case, waive the probation oversight fees. You comply with the terms that I'm about to set forth in the other case that ending in 1056. I'll order 365 days in jail, credit 68 served. The balance on that is suspended. On the other matter, place you on 18 months probation, $555 fine and court costs, $360 probation oversight fees that will be payable as directed by probation. There's to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as directed by probation. You are to complete the MRT program or a comparable program. There's to be no contact with Brian Maynard or Zane Maynard, no going to the residence or employment of those individuals, no assaulting, threatening, or intimidating behavior. You're not to possess any weapons, firearms, ammunition, or anything fashioned to be a weapon. You're to begin and maintain employment with proof to probation. I'll order 93 days in jail, credit 68 served, the balance suspended. On this case, I'm just going to add a 12 defendant to report to 14A1 courtroom on October 11th, 2024 at 1 p.m.
And when do I report to probation?
Well, you got to go to probation. But what did I just tell you? I need you here Friday at 1 p.m.
Yes.
so that you can talk to them about housing. Okay? And then they work with Herrera when you got to go to probation. All right?
Okay.
Eric, I want you to keep in touch with Miss Plera as to where you are. Okay? You hear me?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
Eric, there's no hurry. You're gonna call me when you get out. We'll get things set up and I'll help you. Okay? All right.
I was actually thinking that I wasn't gonna have a next case divider here because I screwed it up, but apparently I just thought it was a second clip. All right. Yeah, for everyone that, I mean, I completely spoiled the ending of that, but he did show up. He was walking in and out of the courtroom. Again, he looked disheveled. You could tell that there was something wrong, but once I put it together who he was, I was like, oh, I'm really happy that he was here. But he came, he talked to Amy, and yeah, hopefully he's figuring it out now.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get one. Ask Gavin if he can have Andrea and Haley. Yeah. I gave them your information when I was there. So I will, yeah, I mean, Gavin can do that too, but peeps, they have your information. So I told them that what you do and that your soap is awesome. So if maybe they just haven't contacted you yet, I have no idea. But I will go ahead and I'll send Andrea a message to just a reminder. Maybe they forgot. They haven't gone through a lot.
Yeah.
Anyways, you got to go.
I do.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and yeah, thanks for sharing a little bit of your life, and we got to share a little bit of ours with you. So this was awesome. Thank you so much. Don't be a stranger.
Of course not.
Feel free to come back whenever you want to.
All right. Yeah. No, I'll keep in touch. That's for sure. I like this. This was cool.
Nice.
How can I access this? These live events.
My YouTube channel is called Coolin with Colin. So you
Okay.
can just look it up. My internet name is Colin, definitely not Cromwell. You can find me that way. Or you know what? I'll just send you the link to my channel. I'll just text it to you.
Yeah.
So then you can see we go live every night. Well, almost every night. Generally Saturday nights are my night off. But giant shout out to my amazing girlfriend. It's our anniversary tomorrow. So
Oh,
we usually take off Saturday nights to hang out, but we're doing it tomorrow night since it's our anniversary. So tonight was a special for a bunch of reasons. You got to hang out with us, and I don't usually stream live, so let's go. All right, I'm rambling. I don't know how to end conversations. I really don't. I'm that guy.
I'm the same way. I can't end them either.
All right, so you can just leave. Thank you for hanging out.
Yeah,
if you have trouble,
I really do appreciate it. It was nice.
Yeah.
But, all right. See you again.
All right. See you, Gavin. All right. He figured that out quick. All right. Somebody said that you wanted me to play a Judge Simpson clip of him kind of him yelling at somebody. I've got a big range of Judge Simpson clips tonight. I didn't know how long Gavin would be hanging out, and so I put some feel good ones in here. I put some funny ones in here, and I put some Mr. Allen ones in here. So we'll go through the whole gambit of emotions with Judge Simpson. Oh, it's KB's here. KB, what's up? Happy birthday! Happy birthday! I've been waiting to see your name all night. I didn't know if you would bless us with your presence since it's your birthday. But Chris, happy birthday! Very happy birthday to you. It always makes me happy when people take time out of their day to hang out with us. So, Chris, thank you so much and happy birthday. Okay. Now that Gavin's gone, I'm gonna go through these membership milestones. I just didn't want to do it while he was here. Because I knew that I was on a time limit with him. Of course, I'm just gonna call you Mr. Nielsen every single time. And it's not par. Every single time we have this conversation, everyone's gonna correct me. So I'm just gonna call you Mr. Nielsen. That's what I'm calling. Anyways, thank you so much for the 2 months. I appreciate it. Name and badge number for the 1 month. That is awesome. Thank you. HCC with the 8. Thank you, HCC. And Vic with the 6. Thank you guys so much for the milestones. I do appreciate it. Pair. Yeah, okay. I'm still never gonna remember that. Because every time I see it, I think par. Every single time. Pair. All right. Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna do my best to remember it this time. All right. Pair. Okay. Let's keep going. Judge Simpson. Let's go.
Court does call the case. People versus Rebecca Valentine.
Epsilon for the people. Assistant Public Defender Chinaze Carey Akinwumi on behalf of Rebecca Valentine, Your Honor.
Valentine, can you state your name, please?
Yes, and I did say I want to represent myself, so I don't know where that communication was spilled. Rebecca Valentine, I don't wish to have an attorney represent me.
Okay, you want to represent yourself in this matter?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you want to do today if that were the case?
What are my options?
Pardon?
What are my options?
I can't apprise you of that, ma'am. I can't give you legal advice.
Probably just adjourn it for 2 weeks and they could let me know what they want to do next.
Have you spoken to the public defender or an attorney at all, ma'am?
Yes, she was very inconvenient, not communicated with me, and I let her know I would like to represent myself. I think that you're allowed to tell me like reasonable information, and then I can make a reasonable choice about my own representation. Is that not my right?
Well, thank you for letting me know what my job is, but that's not how it works.
You're welcome, but I would think you should know this already.
October 24th, 2024, 9 a.m.
Sounds good.
I will consider that a waiver of her time requirements. Bond continued. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Should I put anything on the record?
What'd you say?
I guess it would be fair. For the record, Your Honor, I did try and reach out to Ms. Valentine.
How'd that go?
It didn't go very well, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm just asking. I don't know. You don't have to answer me. That would be privileged. Did it go as well as my conversation just now?
You actually heard her voice. So
Oh, okay. That must be part of my charm. All right.
All right. I just got a good question. So I decided that I didn't want to do a formal interview with him, and I there's a lot of things with the whole case that are kind of personal to him, and I didn't want to go down that road. So I just wanted him to hang out and just kind of be a member of the group, and that was my goal. So that was a decision I made with him before the stream. I asked him his input if he wanted a formal interview or if he just wanted to hang out, and so that's what we decided to go with. You're right. I could have taken it a couple different directions, but I didn't want to go through his personal life and talk about things that maybe are sensitive. I mean, he's involved in the whole case because of an ex-girlfriend. So I didn't want to ask him any questions about that, and I didn't want to really start talking about anything more than just saying how awesome his mom is, because for one, he did just lose his dad, and I didn't want to go down the road of asking questions about about that. So I just kept it simple, and just kind of got him comfortable with the community. There's always a chance that we'll get him back up and we can do a formal interview. Just now is probably not the best time to do that. I was just happy that he agreed to hang out, so we just hung out. Hopefully that answered it, and hopefully you're not too terribly upset. But I do understand why you would make that comment, and yeah, hopefully that answered it.
Still not on the table. A couple of recalls. We like to do them before we finish. Otherwise, I was like,
Are they all Spanish?
Yeah.
So
Did we approach on police?
no.
I think they brought the wrong guy. Our guy is 34 years old. And I just looked at
Might be a rough life. Maybe I don't know. Your guy is what?
Joseph Chad DeLees, born in 1990.
Wow.
I just looked at his Otis photo.
Is this Mr. DeLees? And they said yes.
Bad language.
That's all I got.
What year was he born?
1990.
So he should look like him. Yeah.
He said he looks like him. Said he looks like him.
He looks like Mike. So that's probably the wrong guy. Are you sure that date of birth is?
Joseph Chad DeLees is who we're looking for.
Are we going to be able to check? Are you?
Check what GIS says.
Well, that's what Mike did. March 27th, 1990? Okay, well, it might be him. Why don't we ask Wayne County what this guy's date of birth is? Mr. DeLees, can you hear me? Shake your head if you can hear me. Okay, were you born in 1990? Shake your head if it's a no. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, so that's probably the wrong guy. Huh? Officer, thank you. We're looking for a Mr. DeLees that was born in 1990. I don't think this is him.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's John DeLees of that?
Pardon?
And is John DeLeese the name?
Well, it's Joseph, I think.
Joseph? What's your
Is that who we're looking for?
So yeah, this
We're
is
looking
John.
for Joseph Chad DeLeese.
32790.
32790.
Okay, yes, you are right. It does say Joseph. So we don't have a Joseph in custody. So
You don't have him?
no.
Alrighty. Thank you. And
My
Mr.
apologies.
DeLeese, thank you. Not a problem. So
Your Honor,
on the Joseph DeLeese born in 1990 case, what do you want to do?
Your Honor, looking at Otis now, it has him at Parnell Correctional.
Got it.
Your Honor, I'd ask to adjourn the matter so we can find him and get him here.
October 31st.
Thank you, Judge.
2024, 9 a.m. bond continued.
Yeah, that one was funny. That one was funny. Yeah, maybe. I have no idea. All right, let's keep going. Remember, Simpson all night. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And let's keep it up.
Court calls case People versus James Johnson.
Michael Gaddy, Assistant Public Defender, on behalf of Mr. Johnson, Your Honor. Mr. Johnson is approaching the podium.
State your name.
James Johnson.
Good morning, sir.
Your Honor, this is the time for a probable cause conference. We have reached out to the people in regards some video. And I've communicated with Ms. Lundy, and she says she's informed me that it is in the process. We'd ask the court to adjourn this briefly so that I can obtain that video.
How much time will it take the people to get that to them?
We could do 2 weeks, I think, would be.
Okay.
I know we want to get that done.
Probable cause conference will be adjourned then to October 24th, 2024.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bond will continue. Thank you.
Actually, Your Honor, could I ask the court to set a nominal bond in this matter? Right now, his bond is personal recognizance.
Okay.
We live in a
Except
markedly
I tried
different.
hold on. I tried to do that the last time. Mr. Johnson told me he didn't want me to do that and that it wasn't his first rodeo.
Yes, Your
I remember it real clear. So now you want me to set a bond?
Yes, Your Honor, please.
You want me to do that, Mr.?
Yeah, something low.
Huh?
Yeah, send me something low. What's up, Alan?
Set bond in this case is 1,000. I'll give it 10% privilege on it.
And that day was October 20th, correct, Your Honor?
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
He just wanted to tell me no. That's why he said it the last time. Yeah, I know. Court calls the case. People.
I went to unmute and I removed myself from the stage. Now, did anyone catch the "What's up, Alan"? That was my favorite part of that entire thing. What's up, Alan? Yeah, that was James Johnson. He's been around for a while. He's actually the one. He's the one who dropped the N-bomb on Judge Simpson. This is probably a year and a half, maybe even 2 years ago, and he called him a stupid ass, and with the N-word added into it. That's that guy. He's changed a lot. He no longer filled with attitude. Now he's joking with Judge Simpson. All right. I think we're going to get into some Mr. Allen soon. I thought I kind of mixed them in, but apparently I just piled them all at the end.
Case People versus Brian Haggard.
Mike Gaddy, Assistant Public Defender, on behalf of Mr. Haggard, who's approaching as well, Judge.
Your name, sir?
Brian Haggard, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Violation.
Nope.
Maybe I could give, we could exchange.
Exchange the two things.
Your office right now. It
All
does include positive tests for cocaine. And it is a case that I am requesting an adjournment. It came in as an OWI investigation. I wanted to charge it immediately, given this person's substantial substance abuse and the violence given to the police officer, given that it's an RNO case. Since then, his blood has come back, and I am ready to move forward with an OWI third charge against him. That I'll need to authorize that and then have it resworn to, and then if we could address the bond violation as well. I'm sending this in, but summarize September 5th, benzodiazepine and THC and buprenorphine positive, November 11th missed. November 12th, those same three substances, as well as cocaine, despite not earlier. November 20th, positive for those two substances as well as cocaine.
November.
Yeah, I'm not reckoning we got there yet.
I'm sorry, I needed to say September. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
September 5th, September 11th, September 12th. I apologize.
Got it. It's okay.
September 20th, buprenorphine, cocaine, THC. September 24th, missed. September 28th, buprenorphine, THC. October 3rd, buprenorphine, THC. Sorry for that.
All right. It's in my car.
12, cocaine positive is confirmed by Redwood toxicology. And that is.
Okay. You said cocaine was confirmed?
Your Honor, while we don't, since there's another case coming, we don't, it doesn't make sense to hold the exam on the RNO, than to set the other one. So I wouldn't object to the adjournment. Actually, I filled out the green form, so I guess I don't. In terms of the bond violation, Your Honor, I believe there's been some tests as of late. He does, Mr. Hager does have a prescription for the buprenorphine, the Suboxone that we can provide to. They should have.
Okay, so what about the cocaine?
Your Honor, he denies that. We've certainly he sent that out to the Redwood. Had community corrections send that out to the Redwood lab for verification. I believe it did come back. I believe there has been tests since then. These tests were in September. We're now almost in double digits in October. I'd ask the court to adjourn this matter and keep the bond violation pending to allow him to demonstrate to the court that he can comply with the court's testing, not just its directives, but its mandates that he not test positive for these substances.
This time, I'm going to adjourn this out. I'm only going to adjourn it out 2 weeks. He's going to have some other type of plan in effect or some other type of thing. But at this time, I'm going to revoke the defendant's bond. Defendant's remanded to the Washtenaw County District.
All right, that was one, Mr. Allen. I don't really have anything left to say. I'm kind of just, coming down after having a guest. I always get a little overly excited when I have a guest. So, yeah, we're just running through court now. Again, let's go, Judge Simpson.
This is my last. Patrick versus Simmons. Recall. Patrick versus Simmons, recall. Well, are you the?
All right, this one's funny. Just a little bit of a backstory to this. This is, I think, their third or fourth time in court. These two. This is a landlord-tenant case, and I actually got to see them in person, which is they're very recognizable when they're up there. So I didn't even need to hear their names. Like, oh, okay, I know exactly who they are. So I had to put this in here. I wanted to play this while Gavin was still here, just to see if he recognized these two as well.
Other side, then you need to come up here.
Yeah.
You see him? He was here.
No, he was out there talking to his mother. I said, I didn't come to see your mother. He told me you to make an agreement. He left on the way.
Okay.
He's talking to his mom. Talking to his mom on the phone. That you know what? I'm in my streaming area, so I'm not in front of my in front of my my other area where I have everything written down. So that's coming up. I feel like that might be this week. Their next hearing might be this week. I do know it's coming up. There's a lot of things this week, and I do believe that's one of them.
I don't know about all. You see, go ahead and see if he's anything. Did you guys go into a room and talk?
We went right out there and talked. When he got on the phone and started talking to his mom.
Okay.
Trying to put.
All right, stop. Just stop. I need the other side here.
Mm-hmm. No, I need to get out and go watch my mom. Nobody there with her.
Andy, how are you?
I'm well. How are you, Your Honor?
Yeah, me too. Really, Ellen? It's just, I'm going home.
All right, I just actually looked. It's on the 21st, so it is going to be Monday. We're going to see the next part of the. I have it actually labeled as a never-ending case, just because the bond arguments are just the attorney talking in circles for 30 minutes. So yeah, so the 21st, so that is Monday. And I still have it labeled under Judge Simpson. So I saw the comment that it was moved to Superior Court. Yeah, I have it it's going to be at noon. I have it written down as 12, but then I have 1:20 circled. So maybe it's starting at 1:20. I don't know, but that's going to be Monday.
He left this.
Pardon?
Yes, he left. He left this.
Who left that?
He did.
Who? Today? I mean, today? Oh. Oh, that's not him.
So I came up with a ledger.
What do you mean you came up with a ledger?
So I was away for 5 months. My mother became power of attorney to the place, and she was collecting the rent.
Should have been there. That's what he told me.
She was collecting the rent. I was in Georgia, academy. Just a little nervous. I was in Georgia at academy, so I was away. Wasn't able to collect the rent. My mother was collecting the rent. She came up with a ledger. I misplaced it. I was just on the phone with her and collecting all the data. And I had got the results verbatim from her, if you would care for me to read it. What was paid, what's owed, the balance. I have all that in front of me. That's what I was working on. So,
how am I going to have a trial if the person collecting the rent's not here?
So I was collecting the rent for the past, there was no rent to collect for the past couple months, and I came here, I arrived back here in August, and he hasn't paid. He paid me $800 in August. And in August, after he paid me, the balance was $1,250.
Can I just stop you?
Yes, sir.
There's a necessary party that I'm gonna have to hear from regarding these payments. Here is your mother.
Yes, yes.
Out of curiosity, after all that was said and done, what number did you come up with?
2,450.
That's a different number than I had before.
Yes. So the balance from August was one.
No,
Don't want me to.
no. I don't need you to know that. I take live testimony. So I'm gonna adjourn this out. Have a ledger, have your witnesses present and be ready to go. Am I understood?
Yes, sir.
If they're not here and I don't have a ledger or I don't believe the ledger, I'm dismissing this. In the interim, I suggest maybe you sit with Mr. Simmons. You guys try to work this out and see if you can come up with some solution on your own before I have to force one on you. November 5th, 2024.
Mr. Simmons, can I get to my mama now?
What?
I need to catch the bus to my mama all by herself.
You gotta catch your bus. Go. 9 a.m. on the 5th.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Simmons.
And you're just, I'm sorry, just out of curiosity. So you want me to you want her to formulate a ledger? She was the one that's.
I don't know who's gonna put I need a ledger. And then I'm gonna have to have testimony regarding the ledger. I can't tell you who's gonna do it. Usually most landlords have a ledger that they keep simultaneous with payments.
All right, I'm kind of, I understand. I was just new to it, and this is my first time kind of eviction. It's been a headache for sure.
I know, because I've been part of that. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Have a great day. I understand the headache. I've seen you way too many times. All right. I wanted to what do we got? Yeah. And someone else actually made the same comment. So they could have come back and when I wasn't watching, and they could have settled something and moved it to the move course. They could have done that already. Someone said it was in November. So the date that I have written down may have been canceled. I don't know, but I haven't crossed it off yet. So I'm the one who could be wrong on this. We're just gonna have to wait till Monday and see, I guess. So yeah, anyways, let's just keep going. I think we have one or two more clips left. Let's go.
Court calls case people versus Golam Gambari.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Printing on behalf of Mr. Gambari. Mr. Gambari, please state your name for the record.
Golam Gambari.
We're here for a pretrial. Mr. Gambari also has a pending bond violation. I did get an updated report from Ms. Kerr today. Mr. Gambari is asking for an adjournment of the bond violation hearing. He did send out the test, and it did come back positive. However, he says around this time he did a test at the hospital. He takes narcotics for his some medical conditions that are prescribed. They do drug testing consistently there to ensure that he is taking them in accordance with therapeutic processes. And he reports to me that he believes that test that was done at the hospital would come back negative. He just has not received those results yet.
When is that test?
He says that test was around the time of October 1st. Is that right?
Yeah, it's not good when the defense is only 2 sentences into their defense and there's already a Mr. Allen drop. Not good. 99 out of 100 times, you're going to jail. We have seen it where he's Mr. Allen and didn't send the person to jail, but that is extremely rare.
So is he indicating there was a test that came back that the cocaine is a false positive?
He is.
Really?
He's saying that he did not consume cocaine, and he believes this other test will show.
So when that test was sent out, it came back positive.
Yes, they sent it for a review.
They sent it for a review and it came back positive for cocaine.
Correct.
So now there's this other test that we're supposed to get, but we don't have the results that are going to show what?
He believes a different result than the test that was done at community
A
corrections.
different result, like no cocaine?
Correct. He denies, Your Honor, that he consumed any cocaine. He denies that he consumed any cocaine. He does have a list of medications that he also tested positive for opiates. He does have a list of medications that he provided both to community corrections and to me that do include prescriptions for opiates. I know the court is more concerned about the cocaine as there's no medical reason to consume cocaine. But again, I can only report to the court that he maintains that he didn't use cocaine and he wants to prove it to the court using this other blood test. We've spoken quite a bit about this and he denies any use. He is asking that he not be remanded today. He again does want some more time. He has a eviction.
When was this blood test or this test at the hospital?
Oh, he was in the hospital around the time of October 1st. He has an after visit summary. He was at Trinity Health on October 1st at 10:30. On that date, he did testing. And saw his doctor for his medical needs.
And we don't have the test results back yet?
No.
When are they expected back?
Just give it time, I can get it back.
He says he just needs time.
When are they expected back?
Do you know when they're coming back?
I can get it today, tomorrow.
Pardon?
I can get it today.
So you could have gotten it yesterday and then had it here.
I didn't know that. I have to bring it.
He says he will. But Your Honor, he does want me to tell you that he does have a hearing on his an eviction proceeding hearing today. He is concerned that he's going to be evicted if he is remanded at this time.
Oh no. You're gonna tell a judge that you're clearly in the jurisdiction of who handles. I think he does all the landlord tenant. He you know what? He probably doesn't. No, because I guess that would be depending on where he lives. So never mind. Just pretend I didn't say that. But yeah, judge is about to drill him on the. I have an eviction case today. Yeah, good luck with that.
No lease. I have to sign in my lease. No eviction.
Where do you live?
And 2993 Cascade Drive.
In Ann Arbor.
And I have to sign in my new lease. I don't have an eviction.
He doesn't have an eviction hearing
Because
they do those on Tuesday.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Today's Wednesday.
I misunderstood. He has to sign his new lease today.
Yeah, I have to sign in new lease. At the same time, I have to be on a court today at 2:30 for I'm victim and for the accident my damage my property.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. He is the alleged victim on another case at 2:30 today.
I'm the victim.
Where?
For damage to his property. Wednesday, 2:30, before Judge Garwood, Magistrate Garwood. It is a small claim.
It's a small claim. It's a civil action. Okay.
So, Your Honor, again, he's asking for an adjournment.
But he could have had his
For more
test
time.
results. If you want me to wait for it, he could have had him here today because he just has to get them from the hospital. But he didn't do that. And then he comes here in court to say that I'm going to see this miracle test saying that the cocaine wasn't there when we've already had 2 tests that say that the cocaine was there. Have I summed that up correctly?
Your Honor, I don't know if, I don't want to, this is my assumption is that Mr. Gambari was waiting to hear the results back from the sent out tests. Ms. Kerr did send up, I called her this morning and she said, oh, I didn't realize I had the results back. So perhaps he was waiting for those results to come back before getting the other tests because he maintains that he doesn't know where the cocaine is from.
Okay. People.
Your Honor, this is an OWI second offense.
I know.
First offense is from 2018, and it involves a crash to a building.
You should, counsel, sign a release for you so you can get the test from the hospital. But at this point, the defendant's bond is revoked. Defendant remanded to the jail. I'll adjourn this hearing to November 6, 2024, 9 a.m.
Yeah. He was clearly talking in circles to his attorney. The attorney was talking in circles, trying to figure out the whole eviction case, not an eviction, property damage turned into a small claims matter. That was a mess. The attorney clearly had no idea what the guy was talking about, and they were trying to do it on the fly, apparently. All right. That is the end of the video, guys. There was one question Terrapin asked. Is he a lot taller than you, Colin? You're referring to Mr. Allen. He's a good 3 to 4 inches taller than me, and I am 6'3". So, yeah, he's. I don't know if that means a lot, but you know, he's 3 or 4 inches taller than me. He's jacked too. He's solid. Every time I talk about it, I feel like I'm hitting on him. All right. We're gonna end the video tonight. Let's see who we can potentially raid. Who is on? I don't think I've raided anyone in a few days. No one's usually streaming this late, and it's Saturday. I don't even know who goes on. Oh, Artie's on. Artie's on. KCC's on. You know, let's raid Artie. I raid KCC a lot. Let's go to Artie. I don't get a chance to raid him too often, so we'll go to Artie tonight. All right, that is saved. So we're gonna go raid Artie. Yeah, I know. But I only get a chance to raid Artie maybe once a month. So we'll raid KCC next time. Yeah, absolutely. Happy birthday, Chris. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight on your birthday. I feel privileged. As I said earlier, when people spend time out of on their birthdays to hang out with us. I think that's awesome. Makes me feel good. So yeah, thank you and happy birthday, Chris. Okay. That's it. Thank you everyone for hanging out. We raised more money for Andrea, so I will let you know exactly what the total is. Like I said, I'll be sending that out probably Tuesday, and I'll keep you updated with her response. Maybe we'll get another Andrea showing. Maybe she'll come back up on stream, and you know, I will learn how to interview better for Klein if Klein is still here. So maybe I can make one person happy. All right. That's all I got. You guys have a great night. Go tell Artie I said hello, and I will see you all not tomorrow. Taking tomorrow off because it is Heather and I's anniversary. So I will see you next on Monday. So yeah, have a great night. Have a great rest of your weekend. Don't do anything dumb. I will cover you. So that should be an extra incentive not to do anything dumb. You don't want to end up on my channel. Trust me. Okay. You guys have a great night. Until next time. Bye.
Oh, that's on their file. Very much.
What?